we're, we're live. Hey, I got the one and only Mr. James Barbour in the house. James, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for popping on the stream or me popping me on the stream.
Yeah, well, hey, I want to announce to the world that you have a new book out. Do you have a copy of it?
No, it's like literally just launched.
Oh, you don't even have
I
a
don't even have a
copy.
copy of it. I mean, I have a digital copy of it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what then. Why don't I do this? I will share my screen and we'll just show everybody your new book. And listen, anybody watching this right now, just I'm going to drop a link in the comments and I want you to go right now. I want you to go over and grab yourself a copy of the Artist's Survival Guide. The Kindle version for one day is only 99 cents.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I know. I put up a little bit. Like the publisher was like, like okay, and I'm like, and he's an awesome dude, and but I wanted to make this available for anybody who wanted it, and
Yeah.
I couldn't put it up for free because there's other people involved. So we worked out a 24-hour deal for 99 cents.
Dude,
How do I share the stream, bro? Where am I going to share the stream?
just go to my page. Go to Ken
Oh,
Wall.
to your Facebook page. I see. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and share it right there. Share it to wherever. Share it if you have private groups. Share it everywhere. I've got it in my private groups and everything. So, so look, I'm dropping the link in on my personal page, and then I'm going to drop the link in. Hey, Scott Ricard is in the house. Scott, welcome, brother. So 99 cents. Now, I just put it in all the comments. It didn't go for all of them. Why? That's crazy. So Larry Schneider is in the house. So James, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, man.
Why did you write this book? And here's the book again, just so everybody can see it. What made you decide to write this book?
Yeah, good question. So, I've been in the entertainment industry for over 40 years. I've starred in multiple Broadway shows and I performed live in front of over 200 million people. And I've also had the really cool opportunity of being in, your world, the entrepreneurial and marketing world, and spoke on Grant Cardone's stage at 10X GrowthCon the first year and the second year, and ClickFunnels, all these things. So I've been around all of that. But when I was doing Phantom, I looked at my industry and I looked at people who weren't thriving. I looked at all of these amazing, talented artists. And even those people who were like doctors, but they'd come up and was like, dude, I've always wanted to sing. Or, a sales guy who would be like, dude, I've always wanted to communicate better. Right. And I realized that all of the art stuff was taught.
Yeah.
But none of the business stuff was ever taught. And people were coming to me saying, oh, I had this gig. It lasted for X number of months. And now I'm waiting tables and I have to make the money. And my day job has become my life job. And I'm not going for my dream. And I don't know what to do.
Right.
So what I did was I took all of the business and entrepreneurial skills I've learned from the entertainment world, coupled them with all the business and entrepreneurial skills I've learned from, the Your Worlds, the Grant Cardones, the Russell Brunson, all these people that I hang around. And I went, this is a way that you can thrive in the middle of adversity. And then COVID hit, man. And I'm looking at all these people going, my unemployment's running out or my insurance is running out and there's no government subsidy. And I was like, this will help you. So it's basically a way to teach you how to create a sustainable mode of income with art right now, whatever that is.
Wow. Look at this. Brian's sharing this out with wedding groups and mastermind friends. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that.
The book is currently ranked number 6 in one category, number 7 in another. So it's already a best-selling book. We want to shoot it up to number 1. So if we could get, everybody, it's 99 cents. Like, go dig under the seat of your car. You'll find 99 cents. Like, the money you keep there for the toll booths, just go ahead and grab it. Facebook user, I'm not sure who that is, but thank you, appreciate it. It only takes, honestly, it only take probably 50, 60 people just grabbing a copy of it real quick. And that shoots it up to number one rather quickly. And James is a good dude. Listen, I saw you perform at the first 10X Growth Con. And I was like, man, that dude could sing a felony conviction to me, and I would love it. like, dude, you have some chops, man. Is that what it's called in the business? That dude's got some chops. Like, you can sing, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like doing what I do, and this is the thing, right? I talk about it in the book. Is that, and Grant even says this, right? I remember talking to him. He's like, dude, if you're tired doing what you're doing, then you're doing the wrong thing, because it's not your passion, right? It's not your goal. And I sit there and I say, okay, what is it that you want to do? And I love communicating. I love going out and making people think and raise the level of a room. And so I talk about that in the book, go for your passion,
What are some of the, I know that you were Phantom of the Opera on Broadway for 3 years.
Yeah.
What are some, didn't you tell me you did Lion King?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. So I did Beauty and the Beast in LA for almost 2.5 years. And then I did it on Broadway with Toni Braxton. It was her Broadway debut.
Wow.
She is incredible. What an incredible lady. And look, talk about risk, right? She had gone through a lot of stuff. You guys remember Toni Braxton, Unbreak My Heart.
I love Toni Braxton, actually.
So she pivoted, right?
Yeah.
She was going through like a bankruptcy or something like that. And she couldn't make money with her music because it was tied up. So what she did was she took a risk, man, and went into a Broadway show. She had never done it before and really kicked butt. She showed up first day rehearsal completely memorized.
Wow.
So I did that. I did Stephen Sondheim's Assassins, which we won multiple Tony Awards for. Carousel on Broadway, Jane Eyre, A Tale of Two Cities, Urinetown, which is a hilarious musical.
What's it called?
Urinetown.
Like urine or you're in?
Well, that's the pun. It's spelled urine as in pee. And the premise, it's kind of interesting foreshadowing. It's a society in the future where you can no longer pee for free. And if you can't pay to pee, you got to hold it. And if for some reason you let it go, you're taken to Urinetown, which is basically you're taken to the top of a roof and thrown off a building.
Oh my God. And this is a Broadway play?
Yeah, it was hilarious, dude. Like Charles Shaughnessy from the Nanny, we did it together. I met Tommy Cavanaugh, who, if you guys watch The Flash, he and I did it together. He was on Ed.
Wow.
It's hilarious. It's an hilarious show.
And is there a place that anybody could watch this? Like, is it on?
I don't know. I'm sure somebody bootlegged it somewhere. But,
you're like, I don't encourage that.
The opening song is "You're in town. 1 minute, you're in town. Don't pee for free." It's hilarious. It's really fun. But I tend to do these really dark, brooding characters, so it was a lot of fun to do that guy.
Yeah. What's the favorite thing you've done? Phantom?
Phantom was really tough, man. It's Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote a really difficult score to sing. And physically it's really daunting because there's about 1,100 steps and stairs that I had to climb every show 8 times a week.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And, I had all the makeup on. I think the highlight for me, the first highlight was playing Billy Bigelow in Carousel. I mean, it's an incredible show. Really hard hitting. I started as an actor and then I ended up doing musicals because musicals run longer.
Wow.
Than straight plays. And I met my wife doing that show, so that was cool. And then, and I'm writing a show called The Ghosts of the Majestic, which John Raitt, who is the original Billy Bigelow in Carousel, Ezio Pinza, for those guys who ever saw South Pacific, he was the original Emile de Becque in South Pacific. You remember Some Enchanted Evening? And then Robert Goulet, who made his Broadway debut in Camelot. All 3 of those guys made their Broadway debuts at the Majestic Theater on Broadway, which is the same theater that Phantom is in. So
Wow.
I'm writing a show called The Ghosts of the Majestic, which is about those three men, these iconic dudes. Like they took the leading man and made him a dude, right?
Yeah.
I'm writing a show about those guys and about their thing. I think intrinsically the next show would be A Tale of Two Cities. It's an incredible story based on the Charles Dickens novel, and that character was just off the charts in terms of the storyline and what he went through, and forgiveness and redemption and giving up so that other people could have. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember I was in New York. I think you were, somehow we didn't connect until later. And you're like, I'm like, dude, I was just in New York. I'm literally driving out of the city. And you're like, oh, dude, you should have let me know sooner. I could have gotten, you're like, I just finished. I think you were just finished. I don't remember. But anyway,
Yeah.
I never did get to see you perform that. But I know there's going to be other opportunities in the future soon. So let's talk about this book, man. Let's talk about the book, The Artist Survival Guide. This isn't just about an artist, right? I mean, anybody. It's for anybody.
Yeah, it's here's the reality is that people know me as an artist, and coming from, I talk about this in the book too. You have to come from the place of power that people know you for, and your skill set is in. I'm not going to go and teach somebody how to be a mechanic, right?
Right.
It's not my skill set. So I'm teaching them from a viewpoint of reaching a very high level in my field, but how did I do it? And I'll share this with you. I was watching a thing on Facebook, some ad popped up, and it was a person that came on and said, hey, listen, right? It was an ad for a course. It was, hey, listen, do you want to know what it's like to be a Grammy Award winning artist? Well, I can tell you how to do that because I was backstage and I watched them and I saw how they did it. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. And I was like, why do I want to learn from the person who actually did it?
That's funny.
So I started thinking about that.
Oh
and as I began writing the book, I have, in reality, look, I'm a brand, right? We're all brands. You're a brand. If I'm a car salesperson, I'm a brand. You may think you're selling cars, but you're not.
Yeah.
The first thing is you're selling yourself to the client or to the potential customer.
Right.
So what I did was I took all of those skill sets that I've used in branding myself and crashing my brand and having to build it back again.
Yeah.
And put those out there in the perspective or viewpoint from an artist, but they are applicable. And I talk about that in the book to anybody. It's about putting yourself around the right people. What path do you take? How do you know what to do? What choices are you going to make? Those kind of things.
Right. I think a Facebook user, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that is Laura Wilkerson. I'm guessing. That's a huge guess. I don't know that that's true, but she always pops up as Facebook user. So somebody that reads this book, like, what are they gonna like if that's Laura, she's a doctor, a nurse practitioner. What's that she owns a business and it's a big company, but what will she gain from it? What's she gonna walk away and go, okay, this is what I learned? What's she gonna learn from the book?
Yeah, good question. So there are a couple of things. Primarily, if you're looking at it from a business perspective, I talked about this earlier. When you think about Lincoln Continental today and you look at the commercials, you see Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yep.
There is the power of influence and the power of being a star in your field. How do you take that influence and become the star in your field so that you're the go-to person? So I take all of the intrinsic lessons of leveraging your influence, branding it out, the power of a list, right? Many of your followers already know about the power of a list. One email is worth a minimum of $10 a pop.
Yep.
Up to $19 a pop, $30, $40, $50 a pop. If you're bringing them in for a consult, $150 a pop.
Right.
It's about expanding your list. It's also talking about having a concise message on all of the platforms so that it's not dispersed. What are you putting out there? Because when you see a performer, when you see somebody in my world, like The Rock, for example, when you look at The Rock's social media, he rarely talks about his actual TV and film gigs. it's 90 to 99% about his endorsements and his products,
Right.
coupled with a really fun message, right? So I take those lessons and teach you how to apply them into business, right? How you can become the star in your own field with communication, with making sure that you have the right people around you, with making sure that if you're just starting out or you want to move into another direction, you're having to make decisions based upon, okay, where's my goal and how am I going to get there?
Right.
Right? If you want to be on Broadway, you can't do it living in Iowa. You
Right.
can't.
Right.
So all of those tools are applicable to any business and any business person because they really talk about the person, not about the business. It's building you, and in turn, your business will grow. Make sense?
Is it so? Would it be helping somebody become a celebrity in their space? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. I use become a star in your field, right? Because I've starred in multiple Broadway shows, so I'm going to show you how you can do the same thing in your field. How do you become the star nurse practitioner, right? How do you become the person when they think of nurse practitioners, they say her,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That's what you want to be able to do, right?
Yeah.
When you think of Mission Impossible, you think Tom Cruise. When you think of Jumanji, you think, Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
When you think Phantom of the Opera, you think James Barbour.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I had to walk around like that for 3 years, man.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy. But you did. You did it. You did it. So I barely recognized you when I saw you in the airport.
It's so funny. I was actually, while I was there, I was in Vegas. We had met. We ran into each other in Vegas. I was working with somebody on this very thing. He's in real estate. He does mortgages. He brought me in to consult with him on how he can build his brand as an individual, communicate out, and expand. And it's the exact same tools.
And that's what I literally, dude, I just had a conversation with somebody just before you and I got on here. And I said, it's something Grant Cardone has said. I've heard him say it. Like, you got to become a celebrity in your space.
Yeah.
Celebrity is literally other people's perception of you. And that's it. There's nothing more to it than that. I mean, obviously you got to have some talent, right? You got to be able to deliver some value, but I'm sure your book explains all of this.
Yeah. I say that exact thing. Look, if you want to play in the NBA or the NFL, you got to have the talent. If not, you're going to get run over, right? That's a given.
Yeah.
This book doesn't talk about how you're going to build your talent. It doesn't talk about how a singer is going to become a better singer, how a salesperson is going to become a better salesperson, or whatever, a doctor is going to become a better doctor. It doesn't talk about that. It talks about, okay, I have this skill set. How then do I compete with, the Tom Brady's of the world? That's what you're going to, because that's who you're going to be playing with, right? If you want to play at that level, you're going to be playing with the Grant Cardones and the Russell Brunsons and the Ken Walls. I mean, that's the level you're going to be playing at. So you have to be prepared.
Yeah. I totally agree, man. Totally agree. So everybody watching, I'm putting the link in again. For some reason, one of my pages will not accept it. I don't know why. But I'm putting the link in, and on my personal page, I'm pinning the comment to the stream. So go right now, just click on that. It's literally for one day, it's 99 cents to grab the Kindle version. It doesn't even look like the paperback's available yet, but it will be, I'm sure soon.
It will be.
But go grab the Kindle version of this today, and number one, help yourself. And number two, help somebody else. You can buy it for others as well. So help 5 people and grab 5 copies and send it to them. Now I do know this, that Amazon doesn't count it in their numbers until the person has downloaded the book. So don't just buy it. Go to your Kindle app and click the book and download it. So it's on your phone or your tablet. So we can do two things: help you out, and at the same time, you're helping James out, and you're going to push this thing up to number one if we get it today. Justin Benton just bought it, so thank you, Justin.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you. Anybody that goes and gets a copy, like I said, make sure you open up the Kindle on your phone. And I'm doing it right now since I just bought it right before we went live. I'm gonna go right now to my phone, and it's gonna show up in my library after I refresh here. There it is. And now I'm opening it, and I've now downloaded it. So that now counts towards your sales for the day. So love to help. Love, look, you need. Life gets a lot better, and James, at least one or two celebrities, right?
Depends upon what you deem a celebrity, but yeah, I know some people.
No, I mean, you could call Grant Cardone and go live with Grant, and
Come on, man.
yeah, come on, man. But like you got here I am live with you. It's because I love to help other people out, man, and you know that about me, and
You really do.
I do. Edify others, man. There's no way you can go wrong helping other people. So, everybody go grab a copy of this on the Kindle and make sure you download it to your Kindle after you've purchased it right away, like I just did. It took me 3 seconds. So just do that. And Brian said, shared this book with about 100 wedding professionals so far. Wow, dude. Thank you.
And Brian, I'll tell you, this is the exact kind of thing that will help them.
Yeah.
When I think about artists, here's the thing: accountants are artists, doctors are artists, wedding planners are artists. I have somebody that I work with who's a real estate. They're not an agent, but what they do is they stage homes. And she was trying to figure out, how do I do it now that we are, she's in New York City. How do I do it that we're locked down?
Oh,
right?
Wow.
And so we've created a way with all the tools that I have in the book to be able to expand and do that. Right.
Wow.
And, look, I had these shirts made up, Art Heals, because it really does. Look, when we were locked down, what are we doing? We're sitting watching television. Right.
No, I wasn't, but
well, you know what I mean? I wasn't either. I was rolling, but people were. Right.
Yeah.
And so the thing, music, even if you're listening to music, it changes the dynamic of things. When you're putting stuff out there and creating in whatever form you're creating it, whether it's business or art,
right.
You're making an impact in the world. So
totally agree. I love your other shirt. What's I have it.
I have Action Creates Traction.
Yeah. Love that shirt, man. Action creates traction. It's a nice shirt. It's quality material too.
Yeah. They're good stuff. Come on, man. I'm a quality dude.
Boy, that reminds me of
my little logo right there.
I know, it's awesome. I love it. Yeah. So I want to say one more time, click the link that I put in the comments, go grab a copy of the book. It's 99 cents and then download it to your Kindle immediately. Impact is key. Bob, you're right. Bob is the guy I was just talking to a little bit ago. So Bob, I appreciate you having me on your show, by the way. So thank you. Message just sent to another 2,000 wedding planners, dude.
Wow, dude, you're on fire. Thank you so much,
Brian, man, what a great dude. So yeah, let's do that, and we'll check in an hour or so, and because it takes them an hour to refresh their numbers on Amazon, but hopefully we just shot your book up to number one in all categories, and if not, hey, if you're watching this on the replay, do me a solid and share this thing out. Share it out. Let's get this to thousands of people. Let's help James rock this thing, get it to number one, and change a lot of lives. I can't wait to read it, man. Because I also know you pretty well, so I can't. And I'm not blowing hot air at you, dude, but you're a pretty smart, brilliant guy, and I love what you do and what you stand for. So, anything else you want to tell everybody watching right now about the book?
Well, look, I'll be honest with you. The book doesn't sugarcoat anything, and it's not a fluffy like, hey, everything's going to be good. It really takes a bull by the horns. The first line of the book is, "You will fail. You'll never make it. You're going to starve." And those are the words that we hear, right? Whenever
Yeah.
we have a dream, somebody's like, I don't know. I mean, how often do you hear those words, and how often do you say them to yourselves as you're embarking on something? I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
But what the book does is it changes that, right? Because the reality is, I mean, all the fun that Ken and I have, the reality is my goal is to help people succeed and overcome obstacles.
Yeah.
To become powerful and passionate in their lives, because that's truly how the world's going to change. If you're successful and happy at what you're doing, and that's my goal with the book. So thanks for having me on, brother.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Everybody grab a copy. Grab a copy of the book. And James, we'll do it again, man. Let's do this again. I want to, yeah. So hang tight. I'm going to end this, but thank you to everybody who's been on, shared this out, and thank you to anyone who purchased it. Make sure if you bought it on Kindle, you go download it immediately to your Kindle, either app on your phone or iPad or Kindle, whatever. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you.
Always. You too, man. Thank you.
See you guys.